It looks like a quick screen. Ball is bobbled, goes to the ground. It's going to be incomplete. A 2nd and 20 for the Bulldogs.
Well, interesting, you know, Safford coming into tonight's football game, they talked with the Snowflake coaches. They were really looking at, of course, looking at film, and Safford known for that that read option running game, but the first 2 plays of scrimmage are pass plays.
Again, you know, last week we saw Thatcher really almost outsizing the Snowflake Lobos. Tonight, just on the front side, looks like they're fairly well matched. Out of the shotgun, it's Aparicio. He fakes the handoff, follows the block, and he goes right up the middle, brought down after a gain of about 8 yards, 9 yards, just shy of the 35, brought down by Brimhall. Again, a name we're going to probably call a lot tonight.
Well, he had a solid game against Thatcher, did Brimhall, and he's shown up again here tonight. That inside linebacker position coming in, not after a nice gain, though, as you say, Bill. Safford's line, much bigger, it looks like, just from up here compared to that Snowflake front. And their line anchored by number 77, Ralph Frias, a senior, 6'7", 298, one of the bigger players you'll see in this division.
Under the ice at that time, rolls left, gets the ball downfield, caught it, looked like it was Cameron Abril, number 84, does a nice job right in front of the Safford Bulldog bench, gets the first down and a little bit more as they're going to, again, keep the chains moving. 1st and 10 now from the 50-yard line.
Well, and Abril is the leading receiver for Safford coming into tonight's football game, a leader by a long way. So he's clearly the favorite target for Aparicio.
Slot to the right side. It's going to be a keep. Quarterback's going to hold. He fakes it off to the right side to the running back, runs up inside, and he gains about 2 yards. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good job by Brimhall in that inside linebacker position, staying low. It's a read option. Aparicio electing to keep the ball, and Brimhall's right there with the low hit to pick him up and put him down after just a couple-yard gain.
Well, you mentioned it's 2nd and 8 now from about the 48-yard line of the Snowflake Lobos. And, you know, the last couple plays we've seen, looks like there's going to be a timeout on the field as the teams regroup. We're going to regroup as well with 10:01 left here in the first quarter. Our score is 0-0. You're listening to high school football, Shola Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and on the web, iTalk1067.com.
In today's challenging economy, having a college education is a must. Northland Pioneer College is here to help you prepare for your future. NPC is committed to providing you with the highest quality education with the lowest tuition cost in the state. We offer a variety of advanced learning classes to prepare you for a transfer or associate's degree, personal interest education, or earning your GED.
Contact an academic advisor for more information. Go online at npc.edu.
Welcome back out of the slot. And it's a Aparicio running around the left side, keeps it. Big scrum going after him, everybody chasing after him, but nice little gain by the quarterback for the Safford Bulldogs. He's going to end up picking about 6 more yards, so now it's going to be a 3rd and 2 for the Safford Bulldogs.
Well, Aparicio, you know, there's not a lot of room out there, as you say. He's drawing a lot of defensive players, but he's still able to find a way to get a gain. Number 76, Hunter Taylor for Snowflake, down at the bottom of the pile. But 3rd and about 1 here for Safford.
Under center is Aparicio, 1 running back. It's going to be a keep. Aparicio keeps it again, follows the dive back. Brimhall stops him, but not until Aparicio gets the first down. It'll be 1st and 10, Safford Bulldogs.
Well, they have a pitch man outside, and that outside linebacker for Snowflake, Garrett Wood, of course, has to take the outside. And as you say, Aparicio just cuts inside right off tackle to get that first down.
I'm sorry, punt. Aparicio, leading ground gamer. Out of the eye, under center is Aparicio out of the eye set. Fakes both handoffs. Looking right, pressure immediately.
Nice.
Wood leads the pressure, however, it's Hunter Taylor finishes him off, drops him for a loss, and Aparicio still on his knee.
Well, as you say, Wood, number 42, coming from the outside, his angle a little too high. Aparicio stepping up, but following up nicely. Hunter Taylor from his defensive front position just puts his helmet right on the numbers of Aparicio. A great defensive stand here by the Snowflake Lobos.
And you couldn't ask for it, as you mentioned, at a better time as they're into Lobo territory, dropping him for what looks like about a 7-yard loss. 2nd and long. Safford Bulldogs, double slots, both sides, out of the shotgun now. Aparicio, he's looking left, throws left, quick little throw out to the left, but couldn't hang on to it. That's the second time we've seen almost underthrown, and the receiver can't hang on to it.
Well, Scribner is the back that floats out to that side, or Scribner. He's just a freshman, Scribner. But again, not a well-thrown ball by Aparicio. That's a couple of outside passes where they've tried to attack the flats quickly with those little screen passes, but both passes have been low.
So now it's 3rd and 19 for the Safford Bulldogs. We've seen this before, though. They had a long, and they managed to convert. We'll see what they come with. It's Aparicio, trips to the near side, single receiver to the far side, rolls right, looks back left, throws it deep along the side. Nice little throw. Abril comes up with a catch. However, well defended. 3 Snowflake Lobos bring him down shy of the first down.
And again, he's looking for his favorite target. Avril, number 84, runs that deep comeback route. And Snowflake has defenders there. They're clearly reading him, knowing that he's the favorite target for the quarterback. But still, 4th down, it looks like Safford's going to keep their offense in.
Let's kick it down to Ron Everingham on the sideline. Ron, you got something?
Yeah, just wanted to mention to you guys our pregame interview with Coach Solomon said they're really going to be keying in on number 84, Cameron Abril, and they expect to see Snowflake all over him all night long. He's somebody who will grab every pass, and here comes one to him right now.
Well, we saw it roll right, throw to Abril. Looks like he got the first down. He got the ball all the way down inside the 15, or about the 15, just shy of the 15, actually. Trace Hancock in on the stop.
Hancock coming over, you know, a big size differential between Hancock and Avril. Abril, he's a senior, 6'3", 180. But credit Hancock for just those strong arms, strong hands, brings him down right at the sideline, but not after the big gain by Safford.
Abril with almost 500 yards in passing reception. Nobody even close to him other than him. This time it's a keeper off the right side, just on a blast. Actually, he followed his back, but met at the line of scrimmage. And you talked about him, big number 77, Ralph Frias, the offensive tackle. They put him on the right side, it looked like that time. All 6'7", 298 of him.
Yeah, he's a wall up there, and they've been running to his side fairly frequently. But, you know, Safford with that running game, nothing really fancy. They haven't tried the outside much at all. It's just been Aparicio really just taking that read option run right off tackle so far in this game.
2-back set, stacked off set.
Following his back again.
Aparicio follows the lead, or follows the load, and he's going to run up the right side, gets about 4 yards inside the 10 where he's going to be brought down.
So basically what they're doing is taking 77, Ralph Frias, the big man, 6'7", 298. He'll make the initial block at the line of scrimmage. They send the back right up on his hip pocket, and then the quarterback right behind him. That's effectively what Safford has been doing so far in this football game with their running game.
Not a lot of sophistication. It's basically Aparicio, Abril as a receiver, Aparicio doing all the running, and then just everybody else just trying to create opportunities out of the shotgun. Now it's Aparicio, receivers to the wide and the far side. Looking left, can't find Abril. He's going to keep it. Pressure by the Lobos. Brimhall comes up and drops him for a loss.
Well, that's a great play by a linebacker coming up quickly. He
holding, 77 white.
And you got a flag as well. You heard the referee, a holding call, so this will set Safford back, but even without the flag, that's just outstanding defense by David Brimhall coming from that linebacker position.
That dude's NFL size.
And you saw it on the replay. That guy's big, but you saw a definite hold. Nice job by the crew out there on picking that up on video. So with that now, we're looking at a third. Well, we're still waiting for them to figure it out.
Chip.
But punt, Snowflake.
I've got holding.
Defense. We see him hold, and then Safford, to their credit, faced with these tough long down situations, 3rd and long, seems to convert.
Well, they're looking every time, as you say, on those big conversions. They found Abril, their favorite target, wide receiver. So, you know, Snowflake, despite the fact that they noted they were going to key on him, just they haven't been able to shut him down at the right moments.
So now it looks like it's going to be a 3rd and 15 facing the Safford Bulldogs. They're out at about their 22-yard line now. They've got to go all the way to about the 5-yard line for a 6-yard line for a first down. Under center, 2-back set. It's an I set. Aparicio under center, quarterback. He's going to drop back, rolls right, looks right. Pressure coming from the Lobos. He's going to throw the ball down the sideline and out of the reach of number 34 for the Safford Bull. Hornales, the intended receiver.
Well, that's just good defense by Snowflake. You know, Aparicio rolling out to the right side, looking downfield, but good coverage in the secondary. And also, as you said, Bill, good pressure following him from the line of scrimmage, the defensive front. So it looks like Safford will set up here for the field goal attempt.
Abril, the receiver that does all the has caught all the receptions, is going to be the one attempting this field goal. 39-yard attempt for the Safford Bulldogs for Abril. It's high.
Has a distance.
And it looks like he's going to make it just inside 39 yards.
2 yards. And
with that, the Safford Bulldogs go on the scoreboard 3-0 with 5:28. You're listening to Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and on the web, iTalk1067.com.
Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center is a proud supporter of high school sports. Many of our local sports players were born at the hospital, where Summit Obstetrics offers comfortable individual rooms for mom and baby. In case of a sports injury, the hospital ER is always staffed and prepared to take on the most serious injuries, and Summit features an advanced diagnostics department with state-of-the-art equipment. The Summit Healthcare orthopedic and therapy teams can help sports players overcome injuries and return to the game. Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center wishes all players a successful and healthy season this year.
Welcome back to Snowflake High School. 5:28 left here in the first quarter. 3-0 our score as that opening drive, Safford Bulldogs take the ball all the way down and end up with a 39-yard field goal. A nice little foot on the big guy, though, big receiver, Abril, as he kicked it in. So with that, Abril again with the kickoff, he's going to kick it high and short. It's going to be out of bounds. Snowflake Lobos will take over. Good field position at their 35 if they take it. And it looks like the offense has taken the field for the first time tonight. Punt. Last week we saw the Snowflake offense at times struggling with their ground game, but eventually kind of got it opened up as they passed a little bit,
right.
Spread out that Thatcher defense, had that big front.
Right. Well, they're facing another big front tonight in the Safford Bulldogs. Another good-sized front line. So we'll see offensively what they try doing tonight, at least to initiate with this first possession here.
Well, under center, for the quarterback out of the shotgun, we got Standerford. He's going to have off to Brimhall off the right side. And Brimhall keeps it going, you know. Looks like he's in a pile, but managed to get out, picked up about 6 or 7 yards.
That's a great effort by Brimhall. He's in a scrum right at the line of scrimmage, just a big pile of bodies, but he keeps those feet moving. Just really strong effort by him getting outside, and he's able to get a nice gain, about 7 yards. It looks like 6-7 yards.
Well, it's good news for the Lobos early on as they establish that running game up in the inside. Again, out of the shotgun. Looks like they're going to try it the opposite way to Brimhall, but Safford Bulldogs, good penetration, stopping the backfield.
Well, there's great penetration outside linebacker number 34 for Safford, Taylor Hornales. Just beat whoever was blocking him, and he's in the backfield right with the handoff.
Standard for a big quarterback. It seemed like he's built like a linebacker, does a nice job. We saw him last week, gritty performance. We'll see how he does now, 3rd and 5 from about the 40-yard line. Snowflake Lobos out of the shotgun. Double slots to either side, motion coming left. It's going to be, they're going to fake the sweep, handoff to Jace Merrill, and he's going to get it maybe back out to the line of scrimmage, and there's no gain. It'll be 4th and 5. We'll see.
Well,
looks like the Lobos, no hesitation.
Good penetration by Safford defense into the backfield. This time, Joe Paul Arvizo coming in from that defensive front, just blows through his block again, right in the backfield of Snowflake before they can even get the play going.
Deep to receive for the Jade Christensen. The punt gets away. It's going to be right to him. I'm sorry, I think it's Christensen. Paris Harsh, the receiver, was deep to return, but Snowflake Lobos are going to get to it first. And with that, the Safford Bulldogs will take over at their 23-yard line, 24-yard line. Check that. They're going to set up on the right hash. Again, for all of you joining us, if you get a chance, you can check it online, streaming live, italk1067.com. We want to thank this crew that does an outstanding job week in, week out for some great video, also replays, and even highlights from the week before. Can't say enough about these guys. With 3:31 left, our score 3:30 here in the first quarter. Safford now going to start its second possession. Aparicio out of the shotgun. He's got one back to the right. Motion coming back to him. It's going to be a fake to the speed sweep. It's going to be Aparicio keeping it, and he runs down the right side, still going. Finally brought down deep, or all the way out to the 45-yard line of the Snowflake Lobos.
Bryden Hatch ends up coming over to make the final tackle on the sideline after number 10, Jake Christensen, tried to wrap up Aparicio, but Aparicio, you can see why he's their leading rusher, very strong runner. He's 200 pounds, so once he gets that head of steam going, he's not easy to bring down.
Well, tough, because when you look at it, that was a great fake. However, you just don't want to do it. Punt, you know, we never did really get a chance. There's a timeout on the field. We're going to keep it here, though. When we talk about the keys to the game, the Ace Hardware keys to the game. Ace Hardware is a 24/7 locksmith. The next time you're locked out of your car or just need a key replaced any hour of the day or night, any night of the week, call Ace Hardware, your helpful place. 3 locations, Pine Top, Overgarden, and Sholo. I know we're well into the first quarter, but what do you think, Keys, after seeing this?
Well, you know, last week against Thatcher, the Snowflake team, you know, we heard the coaches talk about the mistakes they were making, and I think that's something that in practice this week they were really trying to obviously avoid in this football game. I think that's certainly going to be the case here. They need to avoid the big penalties and the mistakes that they had last week. And I think line play also is going to be a huge key for Snowflake in this football game.
Well, again, out of the shotgun, Aparicio, he's going to fake the handoff, keeps it around the left side. It looks like he's going to get around the edge, though, gets about 4 or 5 yards before the Lobos finally bring him down.
And again, Bryden Hatch coming over to make the tackle, but Jake Christensen, number 10, was in position. He just took a bad angle on Aparicio, who's able to get outside of him. So, you know, Snowflake with the pressure, they just were not able to hold him for a no gain on that run.
A little deceptive as far as the speed. Trips to the right side. Single receiver to the left. Motion coming back to the left. Brio's going to hand it this time to Scribner. Takes it around the right side, makes the corner and more, and it's off to the foot races. Looks like he's going to get all the way into the end zone. 41 yards, touchdown score by Scribner.
Well, that's the freshman back on the speed sweep motion, as you say, and that's just an indication of Snowflake really reading the quarterback. Aparicio, they put all their focus on him, and then when he hands it off to Scribner, he had nothing but, once he gets to that sideline, he had nothing but green in front of him.
Well, now they're going to set up for the PAT, and Again, that's Abril. 2:32 left here in the first quarter. The kick is up and it's good. Our score now 10-0. Safford Bulldogs taking an early lead. You're listening to Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and on the web, iTalk1067.com.
Need hats, shirts, or jackets embroidered with your logo? Get custom embroidered products from Little Bluebird Studios. That's right, the company that does the best job screen printing t-shirts and hoodies now offers embroidery. Little Bluebird Studios is a local company with skilled designers that care about your company's image and brand. Call Little Bluebird Studios today, 928-351-7942, or online at littlebluebird.org. Little Bluebird Studios, the company that cares.
Welcome back to the first quarter action. 2:32 left here in the first quarter. Our score 10-0. Great shot of the cheerleaders. Also the field in great shape. You saw that earlier. When it comes to time to kick off your college education, choose the college with the lowest tuition in Arizona, Northland Pioneer College. Again, Safford Bulldogs kicking off again here in the first quarter. 2 scores, field goal earlier, and a score just now on their 2 drives, scoring each drive. Kick goes deep. Cody Fox lets it go over his head. It's going to go into the end zone. The Lobos will start out in the 20-yard line and punt. It was like a 3 and out, I think, the last time we saw the Lobos. Really need to keep that defense off the field, try to establish some type of a offensive drive.
Yeah, and they're struggling with the defensive front of Safford. Those are big guys up there, and we saw Safford's defense get really excellent penetration into the backfield while Snowflake is trying to hand the ball off. And they're going to have to do a much better job of with their up front line play.
Tight splits for the Snowflake Lobos. 2 backs out of the shotgun. Scribner, he's going to look right over the middle.
Oh.
I'm sorry, it's going to be just overthrown. That's standard for the Snowflake Lobos. Brimhall, the intended receiver, just overthrown a little bit.
That's number 22, the receiver. That's Cody Fox. Was the
What happened on?
For those of you listening in, again, it's streaming on the web, iTalk1067.com.
Sorry, that was 82. Hard to read the numbers. Tyler Brimhall, the intended receiver. Got his hands on the ball, just couldn't pull it in.
Double slots, motion coming back in. Standerford, he's going to just get a grip on the ball and turns it upfield. And he did a nice job. It looked like a broken play. Picks up a few yards.
Well, there's a mishandled snap by the quarterback, and he just sticks with it. Standerford just gathers it up and tries to get what he can, going right up the middle.
So with that, Snowflake Lobos now facing a 3rd and 7. All the way back at their 23-yard line. Double slots to both sides. Out of the shotgun to Standerford. 1 receiver, 1 back to his left.
There's a full blitz.
He's going to look left. Pump fakes and then drops it in nicely. Great drop. Jake Flake makes the back miss. Defensive back 30, the 20, the 10. That's going to be 77 yards for Hayden Flake. Caden Flake, I'm sorry, Caden. Outstanding play. Standerford.
Caden Flake, number 86 for Snowflake, doing a great job. 1 to catch the ball, passed just a little bit behind him, not too bad, but look at that cut right there on the safety. Making a great move and in the open field, showing some decent speed to get into the end zone for Snowflake's first score.
Well, just like that, the Snowflake Lobos put some points on the board for the PAT, or the point after attempt. It looks like it's going to be number 9. Kick is going to be up. Caden Despain, and it's good. So with that, our score 10-7 now. Snowflake Lobos on the scoreboard. You're listening to Sholo Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
In today's challenging economy, having a college education is a must. Northland Pioneer College is here to help you prepare for your future. NPC is committed to providing you with the highest quality education with the lowest tuition cost in the state. We offer a variety of advanced learning classes to prepare you for a transfer or associate's degree, personal interest education, or earning your GED.
Contact an academic advisor for more information. Go online at npc.edu.
Welcome back. Great shot of the Snowflake Lobo kickoff team. Great sign as the Snowflake Lobos with a 77-yard reception and score for Caden Flake. Harsh is going to bobble it, looks like, on the kickoff. Snowflake Lobos, Brimhall led by Brimhall right there, dropping around the 10-yard line. And again, it's funny how the emotions change after a quick score like that.
Right. Well, good coverage defensively on that kick, but pace and Harsh for Safford. Trying to reach up, and you can see here he's reaching up with one hand to try to grab that kick. Ultimately, he's committed there. He needs to pick it up and go. And credit. Guys staying in their lanes, doing a great job of just filling in, gang tackling all the way.
Again, great job on the video, on the replays. Snowflake Lobos putting Safford Bulldogs deep in their own territory. Starting at the 10, out of the shotgun. He's going to keep it. It's Cabrillo. Aparicio, as he takes off to the left, inside, gets about 7 yards.
And again, that's just read option. Aparicio, just again, we've talked about how he follows that lead back right into the line of scrimmage. And you can see, for those of you watching, the size of that Safford line, those are some big boys up there.
Can't help but think there's somebody just bird dogging on Aparicio. Out of the shotgun, slots to both sides, single back to his right. And you talked about another fake, and he's going to keep it. This time cuts outside, bounces out around the right side along the Snowflake Lobo sideline, just shy of midfield, all the way out to the 48.
Brighton Hatch for Snowflake, number 34, ultimately coming over with a good pursuit angle, but not after Aparicio gets a big gain. You can see Aparicio here, a little cluttered at the line of scrimmage, but once he gets through those linebackers and into the secondary, he's got plenty of room.
Well, you can see on the line, double teaming on the defensive end, or the defensive tackle, really just sealing that and pulling that big offside tackle like you talked about. Really working now for the Bulldogs. Oh, a snap, even though he wasn't ready.
Wasn't ready.
It looks like Aparicio is going to be dropped for about 4 yards.
Garrett Wood coming in to make sure he's down as he's looking for that that fumbled snap.
So the ball now placed at the 45, where it'll be second and about 13 for the Safford Bulldogs.
He wasn't even ready for that snap.
You know, you can see this offense. It's going to be the end of the first quarter. Our score 10-7. We're going to step away as well. You're listening to Shola Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and on the web, iTalk1067.com. Welcome back. Great shot of the Safford Bulldogs. You can see big number 77 for the Bulldogs. The Ralph Frias. What is he? 6'7",
300 pounds.
300 pounds. I guess.
That's an NFL-sized dude.
That's
there.
A pretty big guy. You know what's amazing is they pull him on those quarterback option where he keeps it inside. Does an outstanding job. Good feet for the big guy. Again, the Safford Bulldogs facing a second and 13. long 13 at about their own 45-yard line, just shy of midfield, out of the shotgun with a single back. And he's going to look deep, throws deep down the right side, overthrows Abril. Still defended, though, had number 5 with him on his hip. Nice job for the Snowflake Cougars.
Well, he may have led him just a little bit, but surprisingly, Abril, had he kept running instead of, you can see him turn and start backtracking, but if he would have kept running downfield, he would have clearly beat that coverage defensively.
Well, senior Trace Hancock defending that did a nice job for the Lobos. Really stayed with him.
Right there.
But the big guy, again, with that height advantage, a hard guy to defend. So with that, it's going to be 3rd down now, 13 yards to go as they are still sitting at the 45-yard line. They're going to take a timeout on the field, and we're going to kick it down to Ron Everingham on the sideline. Ron, give us a sense of what's going on the field.
You guys talked about, I was on the Safford sideline, you guys talked about number 77. I'll tell you what, Safford's got some real athletes. I mean, they've got some legit athletes. I'm 6'2", 240, not much muscle, but number 77, when I'm standing next to him, makes me look like a child. So it's interesting to see how Snowflake is handling the athletes that Safford has. And I also got to mention one other thing. The enthusiasm that's coming from Safford's side is really amazing. It's pretty